annually donates money to athletic and activity programs in senior high school.
And welcome live to Dubuque, Iowa. It's deja vu all over again here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, as Joel Krausar and my partner Ben Nitzel have made the trek back to Dalzell Field in beautiful Dubuque, Iowa, as the Muskies complete leg 2 of the Dubuque road trips. They fell to Hempstead last week up here, and now they face Dubuque Senior as the Rams celebrate their homecoming. Ben, Dubuque Senior 4-2 on the season, with some big wins this year, some losses that I think they wish they could have back. Tough outings against Cedar Rapids Prairie and Iowa City High, who happen to be two of the top teams in Class 5A. And the Muskies 0-6 on the year, trying to shock the world a little bit. The first round of the RPI rankings came out. We're going to talk about those a little bit later here in our Muscatine Power and Water pregame show. Ben, it's actually turning out to be a beautiful night for football, though. We're outside al fresco broadcasting. Should be a good one up here.
Yeah, much better night to be outside than last week, so happy for that fortunate turn of events here. But, yeah, very nice to make the drive up. Obviously not our most favorite drive there when you've got an hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes to get up to a location to play. But not a bad drive. I know the Muskies are ready to go, excited to be back. Feel maybe like a little bit of a home game for them here. They get used to coming up here. And, we did, and I can't complain too much. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. We had a situation where we came up on Friday night, got rained out, got to come back the next night. So that was really a double dagger there. At least we had a week's break in here. But obviously Muskie's going to come up here, try to turn the tide a little bit and see if they can get themselves on the right foot and get it going.
And as the Dubuque Senior Ram Band takes the field, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary Smooth Track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our Smooth Track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds. Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people. Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness and sell more inventory. Or maybe you want to book more appointments. Or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic. Whatever your goals are, Pearl City Media will listen and create a strategic campaign focused on helping you reach those goals. We handle all the strategy, planning, execution, and will update you on the results of the campaign while constantly evaluating the effectiveness of your campaign. So what are you waiting for? Send Pearl City Media a message and start improving your marketing today.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fact. Check out meetthefacts.hy-vee.com.
And welcome back to Dubuque Senior High School, beautiful Dalzell Field here in Dubuque, Iowa, as the Muscatine Muskies travel to face against Dubuque Senior. The Rams, again, I mentioned 4-2 on the season, and Ben, they've shown to have a pretty explosive offense. And we're going to get right in here to our Coach Krausar's keys to the game, presented by Bear of Muscatine. And our keys to the game, we mentioned this explosive offense. The Muskies want to make it a 3-hour tour. Quarterback Jack Gilligan for the Rams, 1,400 yards passing on the season, 300 yards rushing. He's accounted for 16 touchdowns. The Muskies have to try to keep him on an island and keep him from being prolific in this game.
Yeah, I mean, usually defense, you want to take a look, what is the primary weapon or a couple weapons of a team? Take those away, try to make a team beat you without those weapons.
And then last week, unfortunately, the Muskies giveth quite a bit away. Tonight they want to try to balance the turnover gods and karma and take it away and try to lead in that turnover margin. That's a key stat, I think, for this game.
In every single football game that's ever been played, right? You look at the turnovers, and that is usually the tail of the tape.
And then making it boring. And what I mean by that is last week they were plagued by explosive play after explosive play. An 87-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, a 62-yard run for a touchdown, 47-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Hempstead Mustangs. Muskies trying to limit those big plays tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you elaborated. I thought that was our job. But, yes, I agree. They want to take the big ball out of there, make a team move up and down the field to beat you, and make them produce. We didn't do a good job of that last week. We gave up those big plays. They were game changers. Hopefully we can do a better job tonight.
And again, it is homecoming night here at Dalzell Field as Dubuque Senior celebrates their homecoming. Good crowd here in the stands. Decent contingent for Muscatine making the trek up Highway 61. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to take another short break here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's the Muscatine Power and Water pregame show.
Artie's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler.
Great job by the Dubuque Senior Marching Band with the national anthem just a few minutes away from kickoff. I'm Joel Krausar here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, along with my partner Ben Nitzel. Ben, we kind of gave a brief preview on the explosive offensive weapons of Dubuque Senior, but tonight Landon Batty, is this the game where he can finally get it rolling a little bit on offense at the quarterback position? We've commented and applauded him all season long for really, with a lot of character and collectiveness, running the offense. Let's see if he can get some explosive plays of his own tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that the goal all year has been to get him more comfortable. Obviously, he's a junior starting, for the first time at the varsity level, getting used to that level of speed of play. We've seen some things, some flashes, some glimpses running the ball. Last week, a lot better job throwing the ball. Try to put that complete package together for Coach Hawkins' offense and see if they can't make some plays, make some sustained drives, turn the field position, put your defense in a good position, keep them off the field, and ultimately find success by getting that ball into the end zone and building off that momentum.
Muscatine Muskie coach DJ Hawkins in year 2 at the helm here in Muscatine, looking to lean on a senior running back in Mason Crabtree, but the workhorse has really been Ty Kozad, the sophomore running back, had one of his best games of the year last week rushing the ball.
Yeah, and it's always so difficult for a sophomore to be a running back because there's such a huge amount of growth physically for a kid between 16 and 18. And so Ty's really done a great job in terms of being explosive, creating some plays out of nothing, and being durable, right? Being put into it, taking a lot of hits, a lot of contact, a lot of in and out each week, getting banged around and still being able to show up, produce, and really had a fine season for the young sophomore.
And plays both ways, one of the inside linebackers for the Muskie defense as well. Paul Henry had an outstanding game from the receiver position last week as well. See if they can build on that in the passing game.
Yeah, and I really like what they did last week with some shorter passes, some rhythm passes early on, and then creating some opportunities by moving guys around, putting them in different positions, and forcing that defense to stretch a little bit to create those passing opportunities.
Dubuque Senior wins the coin toss. They elect to defer, so the Muskies will start out on offense. They were able to strike first last week in a similar situation on a 47-yard touchdown pass to sophomore wide receiver Darnell Thompson. See if the Muskies can get on the board first here again tonight. As we are ready to kick off, this has been the pregame show presented by Muscatine Power and Water. So the Muskies will again return this opening kick.
A guy we didn't really talk about too much in the pregame there, Joel, but I think it's obviously going to be a key for the Muskies is going to be senior Nolan Raker, number 85 out there. They use him in a lot of different looks, a lot of different sets. Sometimes he's a decoy, sometimes he's the money man, but can they get him the ball? He's obviously a very gifted physical talent. Been on the team for varsity team here for 3 years. Got to find a way to integrate him a little bit in the offense. We didn't call his name a lot last week. Doesn't mean he wasn't doing stuff. Again, they can use him pretty effectively as a decoy, but can they give him an opportunity to help them out by making some plays? Can they get the ball in his hands in positions where he can score?
Colin Cornrarity kicking off for senior. Henry and Crabtree back deep for the Muskies. Henry takes it at the 11, waits for his blockers, and is able to return it out over the 20. Good tackle there by number 11, Jack Simon, for the Rams. And the Muskies will have it 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. This Ram defense looking to set a tone while the Muskie offense trying to establish. And you mentioned some of those rhythm throws that the Muskies were able to get going last week early. See if that's a similar attack this week. Batty in the pistol with Kozad behind him. Raker at the wing to the left.
4-3 look there out of the Rams defense.
Big block there from Raker. The handoff goes to Kozad, and he's going to have a gain of 4 on 1st down. Nice push from the Muskie offensive line.
I mean, that's what you need to be able to do. Get that great, you want to get, you're looking 3-4, but especially 4 to 5 yards, 1st down. Put yourself in a very manageable 2nd down position. Opens up your whole playbook.
2nd and 6, that tackle by Jack Simon. Kozad gets the snap again, and he fights through. And that'll be a 1st down, a gain of 8 on 2nd down. Ty Kozad now moves the sticks for the Muskies.
Nice job early on by the Muskie offensive line.
Henry in the slot to the right. Lane and Thompson, the other 2 receivers. Raker again in that H-back formation. Here's the give to Kozad now off left tackle. some positive yards again. Gain of 2, almost 3 there on first down. Number 40 with the tackle. That's Dylan Dean. Shotgun look now for the Muskies. Batty with Kozad to his right. Play action. Batty boots out right, throws it out of bounds. Good coverage. Lane was looking to get on the out route.
Well, an outstanding protection. I mean, we didn't quite get the completion there, but not because of a lack of protection. Great job up on the front. You've got Evan Frankie up there, Hunter Johnson, Brock Garrison, Carson Larry, and Zach Stolfus getting the start for the Muskies tonight. And so far in this first series, Joel, doing a nice job.
3rd and long now, though, for the Muskies. Raker out left. Henry to the slot to the right. Play action. Here comes the blitz. Screen is deflected. Well defended by that Ram defensive front.
It was set up. One guy stayed back and was able to get in the path of the ball there and knock it down. Otherwise, Ty Kozad catches that, and he's got a lot of Muskie blockers in front of him.
Richard Cribbs was the defensive tackle who sagged back and got the deflection. So now it's 4th and 8, and Batty is back in punt formation.
Rams give him a lot of respect here.
Batty bumbles that snap.
Oh, uh-oh.
And it's now received and returned. And the Muskie coaching staff wanting a flag because I'm not sure it got deflected.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. A lot of times when that ball hits like that and he's slow, they're going to make it a little bit of the Wild West. But, yeah, I don't know that it got deflected till after the ball was – he got hit as he was kicking. I think that made it into a poor kick.
Coach Hawkins is wanting an explanation. Alec Parkin was the player for the Rams who secured the catch, and it'll be 1st and 10. Dubuque senior in deep Muscatine territory.
Well, the short field, that's been a bit of a plague for the Muskies all season long. Let's see if the defense can hold here.
Gilligan at quarterback. Brings Francois in motion. He swings it out to Francois, who's forced out of bounds by Hardy. Hayden Francois, the 6'3", 195-pound wide receiver. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch out there. A lot of space. Muskies do a good job chasing the sideline, but still able to pick up 6.
Make it 2nd and 4. Gilligan, the lefty. Direct snap here. This goes to Atchison, who now cuts it back. Kozad gets him around the waist, and he swings forward for the first down, it appears.
Well, and initially, great job by the Muskies getting the heel depth, as we talk about, not over-penetrating, sliding down the line, getting put under all kind of pressure. Just got to make the tackle, got to wrap up. If you can't do it yourself, you always talk about grab cloth and let everybody else show up and help you finish them off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 in the Muscatine red zone at the 15-yard line. Muskie defense trying to respond to the short field after the semi-block punt, I guess is what we'll call it. Gilligan brings Sauser in motion, gives it to Sauser. He is met in the backfield. That's Kozad and company. And the Muskies get a loss on first down.
Nice job by the Muskies there. The Rams try to run a little outside read, so they're going to bring that guy across in motion. He's going to do a little read step with the quarterback. If the quarterback sees that end come in hard, he's going to give it on the sweep. If the end stays wide, he's going to take it himself. I don't know if he made the wrong read there or there was just nobody open. Great defense by the Muskies on first down.
Gilligan sprints out left. Fires it out to the hitch. That's Walker Tart. It's going to be a gain of 8 on 2nd down. Make it 3rd and 4. It's a beautiful night. We're outside on the concourse just to the south of the press box. I bet it's actually this is a nice way to be spending a Friday evening.
Yeah, I think they were trying to sell it to us as a loge box. It's not that.
3rd and 3 for the Rams.
2 in the backfield.
Give us to Atchison. He breaks the tackle and he'll find pay dirt. Jack Atchison he finds his way in for the touchdown.
Yeah, I needed just a little bit more play there from the linebackers and the defensive secondary of Muscatine. Once he broke that initial line, there was nobody really paying attention to come clean that up.
Conrarity on for the extra point. There's the snap. Low snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Hits the upright and caroms off. So the extra point, no good. As the Muskies trail 6-0. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
Welcome back to Dalzell Field. I'm Joel Krausar along with my partner Ben Nitzel. It's the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Aitchison just scored a touchdown for the Rams. Conrarity on to kick off for Dubuque Senior as the Muskies look for their second possession of the game. They received the opening kickoff, and that one is driven into the end zone for the touchback as the Muskies will now take over at their 20-yard line.
Want a little bit of the tale of sort of what's plagued Muscatine all season long, right? Looked good on offense early, got a little bit of going there, couldn't quite, you got in a first or second long situation, didn't make it, didn't get it on third, forced a punt, some bad luck on the punt on a snap. Punter gets hit as going short field, and then defense looks okay, but when you only got to go 30 yards, It makes it a pretty easy job.
So now Batty will bring the offense back on. Well, that's Raker now in the quarterback spot. He takes the snap, and he'll go right up the middle.
And that's what we talk about that. You want to get the ball to your stud. Sometimes you just snap the ball, see what he can do.
Gets the extra blocker. And Raker's, he was throwing some passes in warm-up. He's not just going to run when he's got that ball in his hands. And now we've got a flag. I don't know. It looks like it's going against the Muskies. They hardly had enough time at the line of scrimmage to violate anything. It's going to be an illegal procedure. And just as the Muskies get 4, they lose 5 now with the procedure penalty. 2nd and 11 now for the Muskies. Raker back to pass. He's going deep. Looking for Thompson.
Nice.
Who brings it in for the catch.
That's what I wanted to see all season, Joel. Let the big man throw. See what he can do.
Completed right at midfield for the first down. Darnell Thompson proving to be a real deep threat for the Muskies.
Nice route. Good job going up, competing for the ball, catching it near its highest point and bringing it down.
Sam Akins on the coverage. Nice play by Thompson. Now Raker will run this. And the senior with 3 yards on first down. Into Ram territory for the first time tonight goes the Muskie offense.
And right now Beatty on the sideline, watching the senior operate the offense a little bit. Different look from the Muskies.
Raker in the pistol, Kozad behind him. Another high snap, but now Kozad breaks a tackle. Churns forward, gets about 6. The spot is going to be close to the first down marker. Just shy, so it'll be 3rd and 1. We're under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, senior scored on their first position, missed the extra point as Raker takes a direct snap, but that'll be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, you would think so. There we go.
Yeah, I guess I was just looking where their spot was. I didn't wait for the white hat. I was a little early on that. I'm liking the Muskie tempo here, Ben.
Yeah, nice quick tempo, not giving the Rams a chance to adjust.
Kozad gets the give. About 2 yards there on first down. So now a line change as 2 new defensive tackles sub in for Dubuque Senior. We're in the shadows of the Jay Berwanger statue, the Dubuque Senior alum who was the first ever Heisman Trophy winner in the history of the awards. Raker takes the direct snap, sweeps out to the right side, and good defensive pursuit from the Rams.
It'll be interesting to see here, Joel. We get into a 3rd and long situation. Are they going to keep Raker in? And obviously this becomes what you assume is a passing down. Or do they bring Batty back in?
Looks like Raker is staying in as far as we can tell. So the Muskie offense with 3rd and 9 now.
Trips down to the bottom of the screen. Maybe trying to get a one-on-one matchup up top.
High snap. They've got Thompson one-on-one. He's going to fight his way back, but the ball falls short. And the Muskie faithful wanting a defensive hold, and I think they have a real case for that.
Yeah, a lot of hand fighting. Looked like more on the Ram side than our side. Raker, feel bad. He's got the double gloves on there. I think he got a little bit of a slick ball, and that ball just didn't come off his hands very well. Kind of end over end, and didn't quite get where it needed to be. But I like the call.
I think the Muskies are going to go for it here.
All right, the running guy's on.
Keeping the offense on the field. They're going to call a timeout now. But that was definitely the offense staying on the field. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more Muskie football action on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And welcome back as the Muskies take time out. It's 4th and 9, but the Muskies in Ram territory. Roll the dice here a little bit, and I kind of like this call, Ben.
You don't have a lot to lose at 0-6, Joel. I think you got to put them under pressure. Don't let them just come down the field and score on you. I mean, what do they not want you to do? I don't think they want you to go for it here.
So now Raker tries the sweep left. He turns it up, and the Muskies unable to get the necessary yardage, and they'll turn it over on downs here.
Yeah, going back to that 3rd down call, I really like it, though. The Muskies took trips, put it to the bottom of the screen. You take your red-hot receiver up to the top, and you just try to isolate them one-on-one, and that they got what they wanted. They got one cornerback out there. There was no safety help over the top. You just have Raker throw that ball up. Again, a little bit of slip on the throw. That happens. Throw that ball up, though, and let your receiver go up and compete.
I also think at every other level that draws a flag, because even though it was an imperfect throw, Thompson still had a chance to get back to get that catch.
I think so, yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's no catchability rule here in high school.
Gilligan, low snap. He gives it to Aitchison. He turns the corner. Actually, that is Tommy Williams turning the corner for the Rams. Now we got a flag.
Oh, that's awful late.
Some jawing between number 10, Landon Sauser, and Ty Kozad. We'll see if this goes one way or if this is one of those double double taunting call.
I didn't know if maybe they got talked into a late hit by the Rams coaching staff.
Well, it was thrown in the vicinity of two players kind of face mask to face mask, so we'll see. It looks like they were saying offsetting. Yeah, so it's going to be on both sides. So those penalties will offset. The play will stand. It'll be 1st and 10. And I don't want to speculate too much on the two players, but the two players that are right in between the flag were Sauser and Kozad. And that's important, though, because that's the first unsportsmanlike penalty on whomever those are called upon.
Rams pulled their right guard, right tackle there. Classic little power move. Try to kick a guy out, bring the running back up, the lineman up the guts. Have your running back follow. Nice first down gain for them.
So 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. That's Wilbricht in motion. Tommy Williams gets the carry. And he's met at the line of scrimmage by the Muskie front.
Good job by especially the defensive line. Again, staying home, collapsing those holes, making the play. And if you're going to see a lot of pulling out of Dubuque, that's going to put pressure on the Muskie inside linebackers. They've got to be reading that guard. And if their guard pulls across, they've got to be yelling mill, which is going to be their call for a pull, and be sliding across trying to make that play.
Gilligan in the shotgun. Williams swings out. Gets a big block out there outside. And now Williams cuts back. Number 6, Walker Tart with a pancake block on the corner. And that's a big gain on 2nd down. And the Rams are now inside the red zone.
Yeah, just a little bubble screen rock out there to the flat. Got some good blocks from the receiving core, and again, Muscatine with a couple missed tackles. Big play for the Rams.
The Rams come to the line of scrimmage now. They check back to the sideline to get their call. Gilligan fires it out to Jones. Excuse me, that's Davis. I apologize.
Well, nice job, too, by Lionel Graciano coming up, grabbing cloth, running his feet, waiting for the help to show up, making the sure tackle.
Muskie football brought to you by Riots and Rebel Salon, Bickford Senior Living, and Rivo Plumbing and Heating. 2nd and 4 now. Here's the give. That's Williams again on the carry.
Tremendous job there, Joel, I'll tell you, by the defensive nose guard, Brock Garrison. He took on the double team. They tried to double team with the center, left guard, able to defeat that double team, get off it, make the tackle. Great play. And again, we've talked about this a couple times this year. You're going to play a 3-4, you got to have great play out of your nose. He's got to demand a double team. And if he can take a double team and make tackles, you're going to have a good night.
It's a 3rd and 2 now inside the 10. So give to Williams. He is going to fall forward, and they'll mark him down for the 1st down. That'll make it 1st and goal now for Dubuque Senior. This spread attack now with 2 backs in the backfield for Dubuque Senior. And you see the lineman able to check back. They employ that 2-point stance, Ben, so that means they can do that.
Yep. Just got to make sure they get set then again. Little pull from the right guard.
Here's the give to Williams. Good tackle by Thompson for a loss. Making it 2nd and goal now.
Yep, able to get in there, grab the ankles. Good flow by the Muskie defense. Again, you see that right guard pull towards the left side. You want to have your defense flowing then towards that offensive left to make the play. That's going to be a giveaway most of the time for you of where that ball's going.
Again, Jack Gilligan, their leading passer, but also their leading rusher on the season. When you have a quarterback run threat in the red zone, it can make it very challenging for a defense.
Well, that's what you want when you're running the pistol.
Boots out right, throws it to Walker Tart, and he breaks the tackle for the touchdown. Gilligan to Tart for 6.
Yeah, and it's just a defensive breakdown there, Joel. You can't give a guy an 8 to 9 yard cushion when they only got to go 4 yards for the touchdown. We got a guy half the way in the end zone. And I was going to compliment Muskie. I think they're doing a really nice job pre-snap of not having – you don't want to have a bunch of guys standing in the end zone. You want to have guys where they can affect the play. But then for some reason on that snap, bailed out too far, too big of a cushion, easy pitch and catch, touchdown Rams.
Conrarity on for the extra point. And that one is good. So 13-0 is the score as Tart scores on the pass from Gilligan. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the kickoff on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
And welcome back to Dalzell Field. I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. My partner, Ben Nitzel. 2 possessions for senior Ben and 2 touchdowns.
And 2 short fields. You know, I mean, not as short of a field there on the second possession, obviously, but especially in that first one, we're in a tough position. You know, Muskie defense looking good at times. Couple small breakdowns. Credit to the Rams on sort of driving down that last drive and getting the touchdown in.
Conrarity with the kick. It's going to go over the head of Crabtree for another touchback.
He's really been juiced up there. 2 kicks to the end zone, the last 2 kicks.
Yeah, and the first kick looked like it might have been an intentional short kick to see if they could do some trick.
Which is surprising because obviously we've had a pretty good success with the kick returns, and surprised they gave us that option. But the young man's really gotten the leg loose now, and if you can get in that end zone, no reason not to.
It looks like Nolan Raker back in at the quarterback position. The Muskie's able to move the ball.
So this is always interesting. You're in a pistol, but you've still got 2 backs in the backfield.
Well, and one of the backs is number 51, Sergio Becerra. And they give it to Kozad. They stretch him out.
Well, as good as Ty's been running all year, you're just not going to go through 6 varsity players.
Right.
You got to get a little bit more help from your blocks there.
So now for the Muskies, Matt Keener checks in to that tight end position, with Raker now a quarterback. And again, no injury to Landon Batty. Looks like this is something that the Muskies have worked on to get the ball into their seniors' hands more often. 2nd and 11 now. Raker takes the snap. He gives it to Kozad. Kozad cuts it back and is able to get about 4. Good vision there from the sophomore.
Well, Joel, there's a reason when we play these teams that we play a lot of teams this year that run the pistol, meaning you've got the quarterback split back from the center, and you've got a running back behind him. When you're in that formation, you want, if you can, if it's at all possible, you want your best athlete in that quarterback position. It's no surprise we go against a lot of quarterbacks who are the leading rusher for their teams.
Raker takes the snap. Back to pass. Going deep again to Thompson. And just a little outreach out far, and Thompson unable to get under it. Make it now 4th down, and the punt team will come on for the Muskies.
And it's a good-looking ball. You know, just a little bit too far for him. And again, that's one of those things that's a timing issue. That if he stays in there, they're going to continue to home. Again, I like the call. Let's get a guy we know can make a play, get him out wide, and tell the Ram defender, hey, guard him.
So now the Muskie punt team will come on. Landon Batty back to punt. Or is Batty? No, Batty's not back there to punt. So I wonder if he did get banged up on that blocked punt earlier in the game. High kick for the Muskies. And the Muskies are able to grab it. That was Parker Green, one of the kickers on the punt there. Short punt as the Rams will now take over in the offensive green zone, if you will, inside the 30. That's what we always called it, was the green zone. 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And some special teams woes here a little bit for the Muskies, Ben.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Gilligan now comes on with the short field. Low snap. Looking for the Sauser in the post, and he finds him. Touchdown, Dubuque senior.
Real nice route by Sauser there. Again, the safety's just kind of lost track of him. didn't match up once he came into their zone, and then it's just a very, very nice pass from Gilligan to Sauser for the touchdown.
Jack Gilligan to Landon Sauser. It was a 31-yard touchdown pass for the Rams. So now Conrarity on for the extra point. That kick is up and good. That'll make it 20-0 as the Rams take the lead. We'll be back for another Muscatine kickoff return.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds. Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people. Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness.
The mic
and
is up
sell more
whenever you're
inventory.
ready.
Or maybe you want to book more appointments. Or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic.
And welcome back to Dalzell Field. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter as the Rams lead the Muskies 20-0. Again, another short field for senior after the short punt by Parker Green, who is punting for Landon Batty. And now Conrarity, another line drive kick. See if that one can find the end zone or find the out of bounds.
Just got it in the end zone, Joel.
That's when you're kind of, if you're the Muskies, you're hoping that thing keeps hooking and finds its way out of bounds before the pylon. But nevertheless, the Muskies will persist and take the ball at the 20-yard line. Henry out to the slot right, along with Lane. Thompson to the top of the formation as the Muskies are going left to right on your screen. Keener in the backfield. Raker at quarterback along with Ty Kozad. They give us to Kozad. Sheds a few tackles. And Benny's doing a nice job of making people miss, but he's having to do it a yard or two in the backfield.
Yeah, he's just having to make too many guys miss. Got to get. I thought that first series offensive line looked fantastic. They were moving guys around, great pass protection. Want to get back into that. Our offensive line guys can compete with this defensive line of Dubuque Senior. They got to kind of dig deep. This is their time to shine here. Really need to see some kind of points put together on this drive, you would think.
2nd and 7, and it looks like the Muskies are going to let the clock run out. And we'll go to the second quarter. Muskies trailing the Dubuque Senior Rams 20-0. We'll be back with more Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fat. Check out meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
Artie's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
And welcome back. There's some haze in the air from some precipitation that's already passed us, Ben. We've got the smell of the charring seasoned pork chops on the grill. It's Friday Night Lights in Iowa.
Great feeling, Joel.
2nd and 7 now, though, for the Muskies, as this Muskie offense looking to endure the first quarter and make some noise of their own here as we begin the second quarter at beautiful Dalzell Field here in Dubuque, Iowa, as the Muskies are facing off with the Dubuque Senior Rams on what is Dubuque's homecoming night as Paul Henry goes in motion. Nolan Raker at quarterback takes the snap. They give us to Kozad, who he tries to bounce it out. It's just met by the pursuit, and that will be a loss of 3 That'll make it now 4th and 11, or 3rd and 11, excuse me. That was 2nd down.
Yeah, the Muskies just not getting that push up front they had in that first series. Just guys kind of engaging and then letting go. And again, you got all kinds of gray shirts in there causing problems, and Ty just doesn't have a lot of room to run.
And now Becerra checks in from at the tight end position, number 51. He is an eligible receiver, however. Raker back to pass. Taking another deep shot. That time it was Henry, the intended receiver.
And again, it looked like it's not a bad ball from Raker, but he still looks like he's struggling a little bit to get control of that ball.
So the Muskie punt team will jog on. Now on to punt for the Muskies. It's number 10, Cesar Garrido.
Late sub out here for the Muskies.
When you have an injury or for some reason a substitution, it kind of sends a ripple effect down the whole special teams depth chart. Snap to Garrido's good. And Garrido's kick is fair caught at the Muskie 45-yard line by Joel Wilbricht. So, again, the field position battle favoring the Rams, Ben.
Absolutely, and again, it's just difficult because you put your team in a tough spot here, or your defense, I should say, in a tough spot, because again, it's a short field, so there's not a lot of room for error. You know, you give up 1 or 2 first downs, all of a sudden they're in scoring position. So we'll see if the Muskie defense can hold. They've been on the field a lot here.
1st and 10 now for the Rams. Jack Gilligan, along with Aitchison in the backfield.
Looks like the Muskies run some cover 2.
Give us to Aitchison. He's met in the hole. That's Jaime Martinez and company. As Aitchison with a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job by Jaime coming up. Also got some nice press again. They're in cover 2, which means, as we talked about last week, your corners are able to help you with the run press. And so you saw press inside out there from the Muskie corners, which is going to help a little bit on some of that run defense, especially if they try to run wide.
Gilligan looking for Tart. And Walker Tart, who has a touchdown catch on the evening already, will convert the 1st down. Crabtree with the tackle.
Yeah, Leonel Grossano came up and got the initial hit on him, but that's a big boy out there. Tart is.
Tart now in the slot. Aitchison in the backfield. Gilligan checks to the sideline. Hayden Francois to the top of the formation for the Rams. Here's the give to Aitchison. He goes off right tackle. And he'll get 5-6 yards, it looks like, on 1st down. Or on 2nd down, excuse me. So under 10 minutes to play here in the 1st half. And the Rams are driving yet again. Here's the give to Aitchison. Outside run play. And the Muskies force him out.
Got enough for the 1st down there, though.
So 1st and 10 at the 15. Paul Henry had the tackle for the Muskies. Seeing a little bit more 2 tight end look here from the Rams on this drive, Ben.
Yeah, just ground and pound here a little bit. Joel, keep it in. They got nice tight splits with their offensive line, just trying to wear down the Muskies.
Now Gilligan will boot left. The southpaw throws it into some traffic. Thompson unable to secure the catch inbounds. Dangerous throw from Gilligan.
Yeah, he was under duress. Nice job by Luke Hardy. He had outside contain there on the blitz. Was able to keep contain on Gilligan, force him into a dangerous throw. Almost got the pick for the Muskies.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Rams at the Muskie 15-yard line. 2 receivers left. They give us to Aitchison. He'll go off the left side and cut it back. And a gain of about 8 on second down. Doing some damage on the ground here, man.
Yeah, just kind of flexing their muscle a little bit. And again, part of the tough thing is you get your defense out there a lot, Joel, and these guys start getting tired, start getting worn down.
Aitchison with a jump cut. Sprawls forward and scores.
Nice extra effort by him to get across the goal line there.
Jack Aitchison with his second touchdown of the evening. And now the Rams will come on to kick the extra point. The Muskie defense will attempt to block this. Conrarity with the kick is good, and that'll make it 27-0. As we'll take another short break on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. As the Rams of Dubuque Senior scored their fourth touchdown on the run by Jack Aitchison, they lead 27-0 here with 8:56 to go in the first half. As the Muskies, Mason Crabtree and Paul Henry are back deep to receive this kickoff from Conrarity. We've had 3 consecutive touchbacks from Conrarity. That one a squib kick, clips the up back, and that's Kozad able to scoop it up. And a good recovery there for the Muskies.
Interesting kick from the Rams there.
Maybe trying a situational kick that they want to be able to execute later, or just maybe a mishit. Who knows? Nolan Raker still in a quarterback. Landon Batty did start the game at the quarterback position, but has not been in since taking a hard hit on a blocked punt. And now we have a whistle and a timeout from the Muskies. So, Ben, we're going to keep it right here. This is kind of a gut check drive for the Muskies, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, you're 0-6, you're down 27-0. This is a bit of a familiar situation, unfortunately, for you this season. But, you only get 2 years of high school varsity football. So what do you got in the tank here? This is not a game that's out of reach at this point by any means. A lot of time left. We're still just under 9 minutes left in the second quarter. You've shown some flashes on offense. You've shown some flashes on defense. You really haven't yet to put everything together. Had a bad special teams punt, put you in a bad situation, a couple of things there, but as well as another one where you maybe got run into or whatever. So what can you do here, though? Are you just going to roll over? And that's probably the thing they're talking about right now in the huddle. Hey, guys, are we here to roll over? We're going to come out and fight. And one thing I'll say for this team, I've been very impressed all year long. A lot of heart, a lot of determination.
Absolutely.
There's been some third and fourth quarters where things have been pretty well decided. Still played hard, still gone after it. Like to see that here, and I really think you can get something going here. You can march down the field, get a touchdown, maybe shift that momentum a little bit. There is a game that can be had here, but to your point, this drive is going to have to be a big part of that.
And one of the ways you do that is you bring the sophomore quarterback Sawyer Zeck into the game and let Raker play his more natural position. And Zeck now will give it to Kozad. And Raker was a big part of that offensive success early on from his blocking position there, from his tight end. And maybe the Muskies looking to do some of that, Ben?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think obviously, we don't want to do too much speculation, Joel, but if you're going into the sophomore quarterback now at this point, maybe with Raker you're not sure, hey, are they just trying to run something, they're trying to put the ball in their best player's hands and create some things. or, is there something wrong with the quarterback with Batty? And now if you go to the sophomore quarterback, you got to wonder, maybe to your point, that he really did get banged up. He took a pretty hard shot there on that punt when he was in the act of punting. Not sure they got the ball, but so maybe he's a little banged up. We hope he's okay. We hope we see him back in here.
And unfortunately, another player down for the Muskies, Ty Kozad, being attended to. His lower leg is being attended by the Muscatine staff. We'll take a short break as they tend to the injured player on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Rivo has expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
It's National Public Power Week, but we celebrate more than just power because MPW is 3 utilities with one focus: you. Not-for-profit municipal utility customers enjoy high reliability, low rates, local control, and community investment. It's also National Customer Service Week, making it even more important because delivering excellent customer experiences is just as important as delivering reliable, low-cost services.
And welcome back. I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network along with Ben Ditzel. Ty Kozad, the injured Muskie, being helped off the field. So our best wishes go to Ty, and hopefully they can get him evaluated and back on his feet. So Sawyer Zek now in at quarterback. You hate to see a player go out, but a more than capable back coming in, and Mason Crabtree for the Muskies. So Raker, Zek, and Crabtree in the backfield. Thompson and Henry to the top of the formation, and Braden Lane at the bottom. Low throw intended for Henry. And he is swarmed by the Ram defense for a short loss.
Yeah, I like the call. We just got to get a little more blocking out there on the edge. I mean, sometimes in those you'll have a design where you're going to catch the ball and you've got to put a move on and beat a guy. But there's 2-3 Ram defenders out there. They're not all supposed to be out there. That's not how it looks in the playbook.
Right.
I promise you that.
Crabtree and Zek in the backfield. Raker split out left in the slot with Lane in the stack formation, and now Henry will come in motion. Shovel pass to Henry, who turns it up and puts his shoulder down, and a good gain there. Gain of about 5 on 3rd down.
He did a nice job to hold on to that ball, too. Got a little loosey-goosey on the ball control, but able to use his strength to keep possession.
And so now the Muskies will have it 4th down and 6. And the punt team will come on yet again for the Muskies. And Cesar Garrido will now come on for the punt. Low snap. And Garrido gets it off a knuckle punt.
Dangerous.
That's muffed.
Oh.
That's a hard kind of spin to catch. And
Yep.
Sauser almost gave it right back to the Muskies.
Well, a nice job by Sauser in the end, though, to kind of juggle that thing and keep control, because you're right, that's a tough spin, and he was running full speed, and it kind of took a little bit of hop. And we've talked about a little bit of wet conditions, even though it's not raining. A lot of humidity in the air. The field was wet from earlier. Nice play by the young man to hold on. Hoping we're going to maybe get a little Muscatine break there. Haven't seen a lot of those this season. Would have been nice to pick one up there.
Good tackle there by Braden Lane from his gunner position. So 1st and 10 now for the Rams. Just under 7 minutes to play in the half. Gilligan gives it to Williams. Williams off left tackle. Turns it up for a gain of 8 on 1st down. So the Rams still going with their run attack. Be 2nd and 2 now from midfield.
2nd down, 2 to go.
Nice little tackle by Muscatine linebacker Jacob Novak. But again, you want your linebackers making those tackles at 2-yard gains, not 7.
Gilligan back to pass. Takes a hit. Gets it out. And that is Walker Tart. And Novak may have jarred the ball loose, but they're going to say he was down. That was a big hit by Jacob Novak.
Yeah, nice job.
So they are calling that a fumble, and they have signaled now Muskie ball. I didn't see the beanbag, but now we have a clear signal. That is a fumble, and the Muskies will take over. Big stick from Novak.
Yeah, nice job. Corner held him up, which you teach him to do. Linebacker came flying across the field, got contact onto the ball and knocked it loose. That's exactly how you draw it up. You want that first guy to get a hold of him, second guy to come in and look for that ball. Great opportunistic play by the Muskies. We talked about needing a break, and here we go.
So 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. And Sawyer Zek and the Muskies take over in their best field position of the night. The give is to Crabtree. He'll have a gain of 2 on first down. And I should clarify, best starting field position of the night. The Muskies did get across midfield to the Ram 42-yard line on their first drive. So now 2nd and 7. And Sawyer Zek, Crabtree, and Raker in the backfield. Lane to the left. Henry and Thompson split out to the right. Zek sprints out right. Throws it, is intercepted underneath. And the sophomore throws an interception. Just didn't see that linebacker.
No, that's just, kind of sometimes you get a sophomore doing sophomore things. And so a lot of speed out there that he's not used to. Nice rollout, looked good, looked comfortable, but just threw the ball up. And you're right, didn't see that kid in gray hanging out there. Nice play by the Ram defender to pick that ball up and take it the other direction.
Messiah Armstrong on the interception for the Rams. So with 5:25 to play, the Ram defense trades turnover for turnover and will set their offense back up at the Muskie 30.
Well, Joel, again, just to reiterate, I don't think we can understate how difficult it is to go up from that sophomore level, that varsity level, and try and play. And then to do that at the quarterback position is going very difficult. Very, very difficult.
A little false start there. Left side of the line gets some movement, and the flag comes out. So the first penalty of the night against Senior. It has really been a fairly flag-free game. I think that's actually just our second penalty of the night. As now Jack Gilligan resets this Ram offense, and the Muskie defense trying to bow their neck and keep the Rams and maybe create another takeaway like they did on their last possession.
Now Dubuque going for the isolation out wide to the bottom of your screen there.
That ball was it deflected there at the second level?
Couldn't tell, but that's where they look to throw it.
We do have a flag. That was Hayden Francois, the 6'4 receiver, was the target.
Hold on the offense.
So another penalty against the Rams will bring it back another 10 yards. That'll make it 1st and 25 in that ballpark at least. So big penalty there against the Rams. That ball did not come out of Gilligan's hand clean. .5:20 to go here in the first half. Jack Gilligan with trips to the right. But that pass is almost deflected. Williams.
Oh no way.
Feels like there was a missed flag there.
There either should have been a flag for a hold or 2 points given to Dubuque, because that was a Classic takedown on the edge there, Joel.
A little bit of a whizzer.
It was a snap suplex, really. It looked like to me. Very impressive.
Walker.
Sign that guy up.
Walker Tart. AEW in his future. Jack Gilligan now resets the offense.
Tell you one thing I learned tonight, Joel. I don't think I was ever going to go this route, but I definitely now will never be letting my kids sit in the middle school section of a sporting event.
A little bit of a challenge. Gilligan drops back.
Nice.
He's hit as he
That's
throws.
a fumble. That's a fumble.
They are going to blow that incomplete. Good pressure there from the Muskie front.
Tremendous pressure there. Garrettson came hard to the outside. That pulled the tackle out. That allowed the linebacker to come free on the inside. Got a hit on him, and boy, I'll tell you, that's a little bang, tough to go. The official's closer than we are, but for my money, that sure looked like that ball was knocked loose.
So 3rd and 19 now for the Rams. 4.5 to go here. Little screen set up. That's deflected up.
Oof.
Ooh, in the danger zone was that ball. And unable to come down with the interception was Garrido.
Great little series by the Muskies defense here.
Yeah, they got their active hands. There were 2 deflected passes on that. And now the Muskie special teams with Crabtree will be back deep. He'll have his heels on the 5. Gilligan will do the punting for the Rams. Kick goes off the side of his foot and gets a Ram roll. It'll be the Muskie ball inside the 20-yard line. It wasn't pretty, but it got the job done.
Well, the nice thing is when you're kicking from that spot, you don't have to go very far to still have it being nice for you, to your point.
So 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. The Muskie offense will take the field. Sawyer Zek is in at quarterback for the Muskies. The sophomore threw an interception on his last pass, but now Raker is going to take the direct snap. The bunch formation to the right, little quarterback sweep. And Raker cut down. Nice tackle by number 5, Sam Akins, from his cornerback position for a loss of 2. We're under 4 to play here in the half. The Muskies did receive the opening kickoff as the Rams deferred, so Dubuque Senior will get the ball to begin the second half. Raker takes the direct snap. Throws it out.
Great catch by Henry.
Good catch by the slot. That's Paul Henry. Make it 3rd and 8 now for the Muskies. And so now Zek is in the ball game. He's lining up in the slot. He and Henry, along with Lane, are trips left. Thompson one-on-one on the top of the formation. They throw the screen to Thompson, who's got blocks out front. But good pursuit from the Ram defense.
Yeah, nice job of making the catch and making the guy miss. But you got to, just get north and south there, right? You're so close, so close. But I think, the Muskies going to have to punt in this situation.
Yeah, 4th and 1 now, but it's deep in their own territory.
You just can't afford to not get it.
So Garrido will come on to punt. And now Joel Wilbricht goes back for the punt return. And Garrido had a little knuckle punt the last go-round. Almost had a muff turnover. End-over-end kick. It's going to get a Muskie roll, and Wilbricht not able to secure it. And that will be a big break for the Muskies, as they'll be downed at the Ram 31-yard line. That's an important role for Muscatine there. This is the best field position for the Muskie defense to start tonight.
Yeah, nice kick. It didn't boom it, but had nice spin, nice rotation on it. got the ball off, and as soon as you get that nice roll, especially here on the field turf, always a little bit better surface to be kicking onto.
So the Ram offense will come out 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Muskie football brought to you by Affordable Metal Manufacturing and Muscatine Lawn and Power. We'll have the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show coming up. Francois in motion, gets the shovel, and now he's able to turn the corner. And Francois will have a gain of 8.
Well, and good play again by Graciano. You know, looked like he was going to be blocked completely out of that play, able to defeat it at the end and still get back in and get a piece of the tackle.
Under 2 minutes to play, 2nd and 2 for the Rams.
Be interesting to see how quickly Dubuque tries to go here and if they try to get up and down the field in 2 minutes.
Low snap, handled by Gilligan. He fires it out, and it is incomplete, intended for Francois.
I don't know if you've seen this. It looks to me a little bit like the last 2 plays, like they're getting just a little bit of a quick start there by some of their receivers.
I haven't seen it. I will believe you, though.
Well, it may not be there. I don't know.
I haven't been looking at it.
New
though.
context.
I've been looking at the ball. They're tuned ahead of time. The Rams check the sideline. Here's the give to Aitchison. He'll stretch out for the first down.
That'll stop the clock course here in high school until they get the chain set.
I think I see what you're saying. It almost is like there's like a little changeup coming back to the center. I think the ball is moving, but it seems to be not getting back at a rapid pace back to Gilligan. Gilligan back to pass. Raker with the pass rush.
Good pressure, good pressure.
Now Gilligan
now he got him.
The Rosie. And that, how did the ball not come out there? Gilligan fighting his way after being in the grasp 3 or 4 times. Gilligan's finally brought down for a loss of 8.
Yeah, good battle by him, but tremendous pursuit by the Muskies. If just one guy goes after him, then everybody else stands around and watches. He's going to break that and end up getting a first down. Great team effort to control him on a very, very dangerous player out there and finally bring him down.
Under a minute to play.
Muskies loosening up their safeties a little bit. Don't want to get beat deep here.
Swing pass to Aitchison. He breaks a tackle. No, he cuts it back. He's cutting all the way back.
Oh, no, that's trouble. There you go.
He's turning it up, but he's going to get the first down and
more.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay. And Aitchison with a tremendous effort.
Yeah.
Not only getting the first down, but an additional 15.
Yeah, that was really all him there. Nice job keeping the play alive by that young man. Paul Henry thankfully comes in from his corner, from his safety position and wraps up the tackle finally. Otherwise, he was headed to the house.
Under 30 seconds, senior with all 3 timeouts.
Interesting coaching decision there.
Gilligan throws it incomplete. That will stop the clock. So 2nd and 10. So now a substitution package comes on for the Rams. 2nd and 10. And just under 18 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Gilligan with Aitchison to his left. Looking to throw the out route that's caught by Francois, or excuse me, that's Tart.
Pass complete to number 6, Walker Tart.
But the Muskie defensive secondary, that was Graciano. He was all over that. I thought he was going to squat on it and get that interception.
Yeah, the problem there, of course, is I'm sure his coaches coach him up a little bit on, hey, we get under 30 seconds and they've got 40 yards to go. You got to be 100% sure. Right. You got to give a little bit more space, because what you don't want to do, you start getting too greedy and sitting on those, all of a sudden double move, hitch and go, touchdown time.
So senior calls a timeout with 10 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 4. I don't have any numbers on what Cone Rarity's season long is. And it looked like in warm-ups he was hitting from 40. That was the furthest I could see.
But he also dinked an extra point off, so sometimes as a coach you see that, and that takes some confidence out of you too. So what do you want to do? What do you got?
So you have 2 timeouts, so the whole field is in play because you can stop the clock. And the clock also stops on a first down.
Tart's been big for him all night. You got to think they might be looking to take advantage of that. Francois is a tall guy. I mean, he just played tall ball. Played tall ball out there. That's right.
Sauser's good in the slot too. So Gilligan back to pass. Now he's going to scramble.
Good pressure.
He's going to throw it late to Francois. Time is out, but Francois breaks the tackles and finds the end zone to end the half.
Like we said, just looking for the big kid. Great patience by Gilligan there. He knows if he takes off, he's got to get all the way because of the time left. So instead he sits back, looks for the open man, throws back across the field. A little bit easier there because he is the left-hander, so it's a little bit easier to come back across that way when he's already stationary, but does make a nice pass. And good individual effort by Francois to avoid the tackle and extend across the end zone. Unfortunate way to end the half for the Muskies.
Conrarity on for the extra point. And the kick is good. So the end of the half touchdown makes it 34-0. And we are here at halftime as the Muskies trail the Rams on a beautiful night at Dalzell Field in Dubuque, Iowa. We'll be back with your Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show after a short break.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app. Card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary Smooth Track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our Smooth Track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And welcome back to Dubuque High School as the Dubuque Senior Marching Band takes the field on what is the homecoming night for the Rams as the Muscatine Muskies trail Dubuque Senior 34-0 at the end of the first half. Ben, it's really been a battle of field. It's been all about field position in the first half as a short field led to an Aitchison touchdown in the first possession for the Rams. And then it was Walker Tart on a touchdown catch, another Aitchison touchdown run, and then touchdown passes to Sauser and Francis to end the half for the Rams. And that leads us to where we are here, 34-0. Muskies have a lot to do here in the second half. They will start out on defense, but Sawyer Zeck and Nolan Raker have stepped in well at the quarterback position for the Muskies.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not super deep to begin with. We know there's a little bit of a truncated roster this season, and so, it's just difficult when you get an injury like that when you're already a little bit short-staffed. Guys have come in and performed admirably. There's been some flashes of really great things especially with Raker in there, putting the senior in there, getting one of your best players the ball every snap is not a bad thing, allowing him to do some stuff, throw the ball a little bit. But yeah, it takes a little bit of that tempo, it takes a weapon out of there, and it's certainly made a difference for the Muskies tonight, and that's unfortunate.
And as we're serenaded by the band here, you can be serenaded by 18 bands tomorrow night at Muscatine Community Stadium as the Muskie Marching Band will host their band invitational that begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. at the newly renovated Muscatine Community Stadium. It goes from 5:30 to 11. Tickets are $7. Children ages 5 and under are free. Some fantastic bands ranging from Don Bosco and Gilbertville all the way down to Fort Madison and everywhere in between. I know Center Point Urbana will be there as well. The Mighty Muskie Marching Band will be performing as an exhibition. They'll be the final band to perform. West Liberty, Mediapolis, Louisa Muscatine, and there's a couple bands from Illinois as well will cross the river for what is set to be a fantastic night of music in Muscatine. The Mighty Muskie Marching Band Invitational, again, tomorrow night at Muscatine Community Stadium, 5:30 to 11 p.m. We're going to take another short break, and we'll be back with everyone's favorite halftime feature on the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show, the Knits Blitz.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fat. Check out meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
Artie's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
And welcome back to Dubuque High School. I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show. And our newest feature of our halftime show, my partner, football guru himself, Ben Nitzel, with the Knits Blitz. What do you have for us tonight, Ben?
I don't know. It's big shoes to fill there. I don't know about football guru, but certainly put hours in. We'll say that. I thought I was going to talk a little bit tonight, Joel, about the read option offense, which you see at Muscatine has run a lot over the last 10 years. You're seeing some of that out tonight by Dubuque. But through no one's fault but my own, some technical difficulties. I don't have my slides tonight. And so instead of just talking a bunch of gobbledygook that you can't see, I thought I'd go a little bit different direction. I'm going to back it out a little bit from football, just talk a little general coaching and philosophy. And so I want to talk a little bit tonight just about kids and sports. And so, one of the things I've coached for a long time. I'm not saying I've done a particularly great job, but certainly put in a lot of time there. So I started off doing in college, doing some rec baseball and some girls middle school basketball, and obviously 20 years coaching football at the high school level, some high school soccer, middle school basketball, and now doing some softball and soccer for my young daughters. And one of the things I really want to talk about tonight was just this idea of specialization and why I would recommend as a coach, as somebody who's been in coaching for a long time, against specializing your kids, especially when they're young. You get a lot of people that get a lot of noise out there about, boy, if you want your kid to play college or pro or Olympics, they really got to pick what they want, and they got to really focus and dedicate on that. And, there's occasionally a rare kid who that works for, but as a coach, I would tell you that one of the things that I noticed when I was coaching at the high school level and talking to a lot of high school coaches and occasionally some college coaches as well, is that we wanted multi-diverse athletes. We wanted kids who were doing a lot of activities, and I cannot recommend that enough, especially at the lower level, and I'll give you a couple reasons why. The first is, anytime you're playing a sport, there's a lot of skills that are engaged. And so playing different sports gives you an opportunity to really focus on different skills that can help you out in your primary sport. Generally, kids at some point are going to develop a sport they kind of consider their favorite sport.
Right.
But being able to do some different things in different sports gives you a chance to work on skills you might not otherwise do. So, if I'm a big soccer player, by going out for cross country, working on my endurance, my ability to run, that really helps me out tremendously with soccer. And it's a skill that I will develop some in soccer, but I can really focus on cross country. Or, again, as a football guy, being able to play basketball, or a sport that involves having a ball in play at all times, catching, handling that ball, really can help me better develop. And so by being a multi-sport athlete, by doing different things, it helps me to get out there and develop different skills in areas I otherwise would not. Another factor that I think is huge is, yes, there is a value. If I want to be a great basketball player, there's a value to go out and shoot hoops every day. There's a value to working on basketball skills, going to different camps, practicing year-round, potentially. But I think the best value, the best thing you can do to become a better athlete, to become better at whatever your chosen sport is or your chosen sports, is just compete. And I don't care if that means going out and playing in football games here at the high school varsity field, if that means playing in rec basketball games, that means playing in city league baseball, if that means just playing catch with a folded up dirty diaper in your living room where you're trying not to drop that thing, putting a child in a position where they're competing, where they're having to do their best against somebody else trying to do the best, no matter what they're in, is going to make them a better player. And I think making sure that your kid has diverse opportunities and a chance to, whatever time of season it is, instead of just being in that gym always working on skills, especially when you're talking about kids 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, being in a position where they can go out and compete and they're trying to do their best. And there is a real value to competing against people in something you're not good at. If a lot of people get naturally attracted to things they're real good. Hey, if I'm a tremendous golfer, I want to play golf all the time because I'm good at it, I have success. But what really helps me grow is put me into a sport or a position where I'm not the best, where I got to learn from others, or where I got to get better and do some different things. And I think that makes a big difference in helping kids to grow, learn how to compete, learn how to do things when the chips are down. So I like that a lot. Another thing is just a mental break, and I think this is super important for kids of all ages. I don't care if you're talking about 8 years old or 18 years old. Sometimes when a kid has just one thing they're focusing on, there's a lot of pressure. Potentially pressure from parents, potentially pressure from their friends, but especially pressure on themselves that, hey, I've trained the last 10 years for this season. And if I get hurt or injured or it's not going the way that I want it to, that can be a huge problem for me. And so giving kids a chance to have that mental break that, yeah, hey, this is a sport you really care about, but let's do something else. You want to be the best football player you can, that's great, but maybe during wrestling season you get a chance to not think about football, to take that break, or you get a chance during track and field to not think about football, or with whatever sport it could be. But having that time to focus on something else and do something you want to do, I think is really important. Another thing that I always think is, I just think sometimes, especially with some of these youth sports that have gotten a little out of control, I think kids only have a certain number of games in them, okay? If you play 600 softball games before you're 13, it's no wonder that some of these people that are playing all these games, for some kids that works, but you see a lot of kids where they're super, super into something for a long time when they're young, and then pretty soon they're done with it. And I just think, whatever that magic number is for somebody, you get to 500 basketball games or you get to 600 softball games, you've done all you want to do in that sport. And if you're 14, you're done with it. So giving a kid a chance to space some of that stuff out and not get too worn down is important. And then I think here's the last thing, and this is maybe something that people don't want to hear, but some of it's just about being realistic. People want to put their kids in a position to be successful. I understand that. I got plenty of kids. I want my kids to be successful in the things they want to do. And so it's easy to buy into that hype of putting them in different situations. But the reality is there's not a lot of kids that are going to go play at a D1 college level. That's pretty rare. Right. It's even more rare you're going to find a kid that's going to be able to go play where they're making actual money. And so I think sometimes people get too focused on the future and what they hope for their kids, maybe what they hoped for themselves that they didn't achieve and what they want their kids to do. And pretty soon you get to the end and maybe your kid had a great career and they're going to go play D3 college somewhere, and you're still going to end up paying money. And you got to think about, what was the opportunity cost? What were all the things that they could have done, the things they could have been involved in, maybe some of the experiences they could have had that would have helped make them a little bit more diversified that you didn't do in this hopes of a dream that is so rare and is so difficult to achieve. And to be honest, if your kid's just a tremendous athlete, they're going to excel at all these other things and probably still reach those levels. If you're a D1 athlete, you can play 3 sports and still be a D1. It becomes pretty obvious you're that person. And if you're not, you certainly can work hard. You certainly can have a great career at the high school level, maybe even at the college level. But again, what does that opportunity cost? What are some things that maybe you didn't get to do or you didn't get to try, or some sports that maybe you regret when you're 25 that, hey, I really would have maybe liked to have done this and didn't get a chance to do. So, my message to people in my coaching career, obviously it's your kids, you're going to do whatever you want, but I know there's a lot of chatter out there from people to specialize, especially people who have a financial incentive to get you to specialize in things. And I just think it's really important to really think about that decision. And if I could give you one piece of advice as a longtime high school coach, get your kids in a lot of different things. You don't know what they're going to love. You don't know what they're going to want to do. But give them a lot of opportunities to try stuff out, see what they like. It might surprise you. It might surprise them. And I think they'll have a great experience. They'll meet a lot of different types of friends. And truly, they'll become a better athlete, which is going to make them better at whatever their 1 or 2 chosen sports are anyway. And when they're ready to say, hey, these are the 1 or 2 things I do, or maybe they always want to do 4, that'd be awesome too. I think that's going to be okay. You're going to know that time. But at that time, it's probably not at 9 years old or 11 years old or even 13. So give them those diversity experiences. Encourage them to try some different stuff and see what's out there. And you just never know what they may enjoy or what you might even enjoy watching.
Well, and I can say from sitting in a room with a bunch of college coaches when I was a student assistant at Morningside College, one of the first things that our coaches looked at was, do they play multiple sports? And how did they look playing a sport that maybe wasn't their best sport? How were they as a teammate? And if that truly is your goal, is to matriculate athletically, having that other tape and other sports and other showing your character and maybe what's not your expert sport is actually the best way to get that done. Those are excellent points, man, and I agree with you. And it also needs to be supported by the other youth coaches. You need to share your kids. You just have to share the kids who are not doing that so they don't feel the pressure from their youth coaches as well. Great points. Again, fantastic message. That is the Knits Blitz here on the Muscatine Lawn and Power halftime show. We'll take a short break. Teams are back out on the field warming up. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Rivo has expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
It's National Public Power Week, but we celebrate more than just power because MPW is 3 utilities with one focus: you. Not-for-profit municipal utility customers enjoy high reliability, low rates, local control, and community investment. It's also National Customer Service Week, making it even more important because delivering excellent customer experiences is just as important as delivering reliable, low-cost services.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app. Card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
Laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
And welcome back to Dalzell Field as the Muskies are kicking off here to begin the second half. It is fielded and a fake reverse as that's Sauser, and he is secured by Hardy, but after a decent little return, I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Landon Sauser takes it out to the 27-yard line as Luke Hardy and Crabtree stop Sauser. So that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Rams, who lead 34-0 here at the beginning of the second half. Big thank you again to Muscatine Lawn and Power for bringing you the halftime show. Bear of Muscatine, proud supporters of Muskie Athletics, along with First National Bank of Muscatine. Gilligan gives it to, that's Williams. Tommy Williams with a gain of 4 on first down, or actually gain of 5 on first down. Michael Kowitzel on the tackle. Gilligan sets his line. Here's the give to Williams off the right side. He gets into the second level, and Williams is dragged down by Martinez and Crabtree. Ty Kozad, the Muskie starting running back, left the game in the first half. He's also one of the starting inside linebackers for the Muskies. We've yet to see him return. As well as Landon Batty, the starting quarterback for the Muskies, left early in the game too with an apparent injury. As Gilligan finds Francis outside. He's tackled in bounds. It's going to be close to the first down mark.
On the tackle, number 80, Daniel Adams.
And they are signaling first down. So it'll be first down now for the Rams. There's Gilligan with Twins receivers to his right. He gives it now to Williams. Williams is met by Thompson in the backfield. It'll be a short gain. So now it's 2nd and 8 for the Rams.
On the tackle, number 3, Luke Hardy, and number 17.
Darnell Thompson doing a nice job. He's moved into his corner role. Daniel Adams back in for the Muskies as a safety. That give is to Williams, who keeps his legs churning, and he'll have the first down. It'll be Ram ball at the Muskie 30-yard line. So under 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. As the Rams continue to move the ball down the field. Swings it out to Tart. Tart finds an alley and breaks the tackle. And Walker Tart will find the end zone for the Rams. His second touchdown reception of the evening. So that will push the scoreboard to 40-0. And that will push it over the continuous clock threshold as Conrarity comes in for the extra point. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. The Rams lead 41-0 over the Muscatine Muskies. We'll be back after this short break for the kickoff. Conrarity to kick off. Crabtree and Henry back deep for the Muskies. Just under 9.5 minutes to play, and the clock will continue to roll. This is going to be a touchback. So on the snap from the Muskies, the continuous clock will begin. And Ben, just a nice opening drive there for the Rams.
Yeah, just very methodical, getting big chunks each play and punching in. So certainly how they wanted to start the half.
So the Muskie offense will take over at their own 20-yard line. Thompson, Raker, Crabtree, and Henry. As Raker will stay in at quarterback.
Double tight ends here by the Muskies. Looks like maybe an overload, or ace formation, excuse me.
Here's the give to Crabtree. Gain of 1.5 on the first down play. Looks like the Muskies have brought in 2 extra offensive linemen.
Yeah, we're running what we call ace formation. So you got double tight ends on each side, and then you got a flanker, or I should say a wide out, split end out wide on both sides. So that was the last formation. We'll see if they stick with that.
So now a official's timeout.
Yeah, it looks like maybe an equipment issue down there.
Which, can't he put it on the field and not have to come out? But substitution comes on as the Muskies.
I'm not sure if they've amended that rule to any time that the play has to stop for you. They're going to make you come out just like they would with a helmet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Raker shows pass. It's a quarterback draw. Turns his shoulders upfield and gets a few, making it 3rd and 7.
On the tackle, number 40, Dylan Dean.
Dean on the tackle, under 9 minutes to play here in the third. Raker had a long completion to Thompson in the first quarter. And Thompson has single coverage on this play as well. As does Henry. Henry comes back and unable to make the catch.
Not a bad little ball there from Raker. Nice loft on it. Henry went up and competed at the top point. Just kind of got some Dubuque kind of kid was in nice coverage position, and Henry just couldn't come down with it.
Cesar Garrido comes on now to kick the punt for the Muskies. 4th and 7. Yeah, I thought Henry was going to come down with that. It was a good effort by all. In homecoming night here for the senior Rams, they honored the 1971 state championship team at halftime. Garrido handles the snap. That's a low spiral. Covered nicely by Paul Henry.
Yeah, great coverage there. And it looks like I don't see Ty Kozad there on the sideline still dressed, so I'm assuming that his night might be done, which obviously a big blow to the Muskies. The sophomore has been a tremendous part of the rushing attack and the overall offensive attack for the Muskies, so that's a tough one for Coach Hawkins tonight.
And a very active player on the defense as well. So the Muskie defense takes the field. The Rams will take over on offense at their own 48-yard line. Gilligan gets the snap. Could not see the number of the ball carrier there.
Yeah, and interesting to see Gilligan still in. You know, we talk about when you get into a situation like this where the game is kind of feels like a little out of control. Not concerned about the play calls. Just if you're a passing team, you should still be passing the ball. If you're a running team, you're going to run it. But you start to look at personnel, and I'm surprised, you know, Dubuque kind of having the kind of success they've had, obviously expecting to be into the playoffs here in a couple weeks, still rolling with the starting quarterback, who's obviously a huge spark plug for their offense.
It's number 28, Marcus Morris on the carry. And now number 29, Amarion McClin gets the carry. And he is stretched out and tackled short of the first down. Actually, excuse me, that is number 25, Jalen Johnson with the carry. 6'3", 185-pound freshman then for Dubuque senior.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Under 6 to play. Gilligan sprints out left, and now he's going to tuck it and run. And Gilligan will get the first down and then some.
Number 4, Jack Gilligan. On the tackle, number 67.
Kuitzel on the tackle, make it 1st and 10 from the Muskie 31-yard line. Gilligan showing some he's stretching out his legs there. He took a good shot there at the end.
He did. And again, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, you've got a continuous clock here. You're into the third quarter at this point. You play a little bit with fire here in these situations. I know offensive coaches like that stuff sometimes, but I don't quite understand it.
Johnson with the carry.
And I thought they were just going to, it looked like those first two plays, okay, maybe they want a guy they're confident in catching the ball and just giving the quick handoff and getting the heck out of Dodge. But to your point, on that last down there, I mean, he's out. That's a sprint out. He's running. He's taking the ball off and running to the teeth of the defense. So be interesting to see how long they continue to roll that way.
We see number 11, Jack Simon, warming up on the sideline, one of their starting linebackers who also is listed as a quarterback on the roster. Gilligan leads this offense at 2nd and 10. Here's the give to Johnson off the left side. And he'll turn the corner, and he'll charge forward for a first down, gain of 12 on 2nd down.
And the Muskies, obviously, defense just looks a little drained out there. Coach Hawkins does a nice job with the defensive play calls of getting these guys set, but they've just been on the field a lot. A little demoralizing, obviously, with the score and the way things have gone. And they're just kind of on their back heels. A little bit of the ice skate syndrome, right, where you're just kind of getting pushed backwards and slip sliding out there. So hopefully they can dig in here and maybe keep the Rams out of the end zone.
Gilligan with 2 backs in the backfield. Here's the give to Johnson. He gets one cut, and he's upfield. Johnson with the touchdown. The freshman with an impressive one-cut run there.
Yeah, and again, just not quite that spark out of the old defense that we've kind of come to become accustomed to. Just a little passive there on that.
Con Rarity in for the extra point. Jimmy Berna with the hold for the Rams. The kick is up, and it's good. The extra point is good. That'll make it 48-0. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the kickoff on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making.
And welcome back to Dubuque, Iowa. I'm Joel Krausar along with my partner Ben Nitzel as the Dubuque Senior Rams lead the Muscatine Muskies 48-0 here in the third quarter. As Jalen Johnson scampered in for a 19-yard touchdown run on the last series here for the Rams. Conrarity on to kick this kickoff with Crabtree and Henry back deep for the Muskies. Martinez and Thompson, the backs, right in front of the deep backs. Let's see if they kick it deep. We've had 5 touchbacks tonight from Conrarity. We also had a squib a little bit earlier, too. That's going to carry into the end zone for touchback number 6 as the Muskies will take over at their own 20-yard line. First National Bank of Muscatine bringing you Muskie Athletics along with Affordable Metal Manufacturing and Artie's Ice Cream and Grill in Wilton, Iowa. We might have to check out Artie's in one of those custom hot dogs.
Yeah, it was.
At some point.
Yeah. I'd be very interested in that.
Sakir Chili Alamoski does nice work up there for Artie's.
I thought Chili Alamoski, that should be one of the custom dogs. I'd get that.
Chili, one of my former players at Wilton High School. Nolan Raker takes the snap.
Also a delicious hot dog condiment.
And he goes off tackle. And he'll get 4 on first down. So good start to this drive. Muskie offense gets the signal from the sideline. Still in this 2 tight ends ace formation. Henry and Thompson out wide. Crabtree
Pressure coming off the edge here, looks like, from Dubuque. Kind of slid into a 5-2 look there.
Good defense from Cabron Davis. He's able to break it up as Thompson was the intended receiver. We make it now 3rd and 7.
Well, and the problem there with that ace formation in that situation is you're just trying to throw that quick little bubble screen, but you got no one out there to block. The corners are playing cover too because they've got safety help deep, so he can just come up and make that play. Right now you got to get a rocket out to him, or else it's going to be bad news for your
quarterback
receiver.
Draw from Raker, and he's going to be out over the first down marker. Good blocking there for the Muskies.
Yeah, nice job opening a hole there, and then Raker just so big and strong, able to kind of lower his shoulder and take care of any grasping hands that might have been out there.
You mentioned multi-sport athletes. Raker, one of those for the Muskies. Drake relays qualifier in the discus, one of the top discus throwers in the state. Also, we haven't seen her yet tonight, but Sophia Thomas, the kicker, the extra point and field goal kicker for the Muskies, committed to Iowa State University yesterday to play some Division I soccer in the Big 12. Raker fakes the handoff, and now he'll carry it himself.
Yeah, congratulations to her. Great accomplishment.
And she's also a basketball player at Muscatine, and I think some other sports as well. So, obviously football. 2nd and 5 now for the Muskies.
You know, Joel, one thing we haven't done, we haven't given a big shout out to the excellent Discover Muscatine crew that does such a good job helping us out here. Yeah. Chris Anderson's and his crew come up here, everything's set up. We just kind of walk up, do our thing, and these guys, tremendous job bringing you the game, the coverage, the video stream, all of it, awesome stuff by them.
Crabtree tries to find the edge. Good pursuit there by the Rams defense. That's number 20, Jimmy Berna on the tackle.
not easy to roll into some of these high schools and figure out how you're going to manage the internet and the power.
Right.
And sometimes you're inside, sometimes you're outside. So big thanks to the crew that does such a nice job getting us set up each week for these games and allowing us to bring it to you in the comfort of your home or wherever you might be on your mobile phone. They still call them mobile phones? Is that?
They're mobile and their phones, so it's a true statement at least. Raker off tackle left, puts his shoulder down, and finds the first down as Nolan Raker moving the chains for the Muskies.
And that will likely be the last play of the third quarter. Nice run by Raker, like you said there. He's just such a big physical unit. If they can get him a little bit of momentum, get him that initial hole, he's going to break some tackles and put some guys under pressure.
And that will be the end of the third quarter as the Muskies trail the Dubuque Senior Rams 48-0. We're going to take a quick break and be back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Pearl City Media.
At Pearl City Media, we develop custom marketing solutions for businesses of all kinds. Between radio, cable TV, newspaper, Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads, it can be tough to make sure your business is seen and understood by the right people. Pearl City Media understands that people are everywhere, and reaching the right kind of people for your business isn't so simple. Maybe you want to increase your business's awareness and sell more inventory, or maybe you want to book more appointments, or maybe you need a bump in your lunchtime traffic. Whatever your goals are, Pearl City Media will listen and create a strategic campaign focused on helping you reach those goals. We handle all the strategy, planning, execution, and will update you on the results of the campaign while constantly evaluating the effectiveness of your campaign. So what are you waiting for?
And welcome back. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Joel Krausar and Ben Nitzel on our second tour of the beautiful Dubuque, Iowa. Week 7 football as the Muskies trail Dubuque Senior 48-0. We'll be back home in the friendly confines next week against Davenport North, and then we host Davenport West the following Friday.
Great call on the trolley, Joel. That was really enjoyable.
Raker, he fakes it. He tries to get outside. Stiff arm.
Yes. That's what we want to see. Don't let that little cornerback just slow you down. Just go right through that guy.
6'5", 230 pounds coming around the edge. That stiff arm, an effective weapon in the arsenal of Nolan Raker.
And again, because that's a defensive back that comes up and tries to make the play on him there, that means Nolan made the right read on that read option. Instead of giving it to his running back, he pulled it. The only guy left to get him was that defensive back, and he wasn't going to make that tackle in the backfield.
And the Moths have gotten a little Hitchcockian around us here, Ben, swarming us as Raker takes it off right tackle.
Reminds me of an old Norm Macdonald joke, Joel.
Okay. I'm not sure that one's going to be FCC approved, so we'll just take your word for it. 3rd and 3.
It is, but I don't know if I have time for it.
Oh, the moth joke. I got it, yes, from Conan O'Brien. I got you now. I'm tracking.
Little one-on-one action out here on our wide receiver. It's a long throw, but if we can get it out to Henry.
Raker with the quarterback trap. Good pull there by the offensive line. And a first down. So the Muskie running attack doing some work here against this defensive Dubuque senior. So 1st and 10 from the senior 49-yard line. As the Muskies cross midfield. Raker gives it to Crabtree. Crabtree now bounces it out. He keeps his legs churning. A good gain of about 6 on 2nd down.
Yeah, nice hard running. Good job by the offensive line. Keep fighting, keep opening those holes.
Now it'll be 2nd and 4. The guy running the down box on the far sideline is the fastest flipper of that number that I've experienced. He's gotten me a couple times tonight. Henry out wide left, Thompson wide right. Crabtree in the backfield. 2 tight ends for the Muskies. Raker takes the snap. He gives it to Crabtree. Good hole off the right side. A big push from the Muskie offensive line. And a gain of 9 there, making it 1st and 10. Good push there from the right side of that offensive front. So 1st and 10 from the 18 or from the 22-yard line. Raker on the draw. He'll turn the corner and try to get as much as he can before he's pushed out of bounds. It'll be another 1st down for the Muskies. You know, you never know who you're going to see when you make road trips like this right before the game, Ben. Than Cheshire, the choir director here at Dubuque Senior, a college classmate of mine. It's been 15 years since I've seen Than. It was good to see an old college friend. Raker now takes the snap. He'll break a tackle, and in for the touchdown is Nolan Raker.
Nice hard run by Nolan there. Got a little hole initially and then did the rest himself. Tucked that ball and just used, as we talked about, that nice big frame, strong kid, and just powered his way in for the 1st touchdown for the Muskies tonight.
So Raker with the score, and now Thomas on for the extra point. Again, we mentioned Sophia Thomas, her 1st year kicking for the Muskies, but she'll be scoring goals for the Iowa State Cyclones in the Big 12 on their soccer program. Low snap.
Uh-oh.
And she tries to get it up, and just a bad snap there for the Muskies, and a good effort there by Thomas. So the miss will make it 48-6. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the kickoff by the Muskies.
Does it really matter how beef is trimmed? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee has higher standards when it comes to trimming beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is trimmed with only 1/4 inch of fat, so you pay for the meat, not for the fat, and get what you pay for. Are you getting what you pay for? Stop paying for the fat. Check out meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, where Nolan Raker just scored on a 16-yard touchdown run. Extra point no good, as the Rams lead the Muskies 48-6 here in the 4th quarter, excuse me.
Looks like Dubuque's 1 player short. Oh, there he comes.
There comes the number 18. Parker Green on to kick for the Muskies. As Green gets the ready for play. Short kick taken by the up back. Big return. That is number 52, Connor Lucas.
Well, and those up backs, anytime that ball gets kicked to them, they are just ecstatic to get a chance to run.
And Lucas returns it to the 45-yard line. And it will be senior ball. We'll see if Gilligan's night is done or not. He was in on the last series. And it looks like Simon's now in the ball game at the quarterback position. So Jack Simon will take his position at quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Rams. This give is to number 12, Bo Healy. He's tackled by Thompson.
Yeah, nice job by Darnell to come up there. Open field tackle, not always easiest. Dubuque kind of ran a little inside out there. Guy runs inside, plants his foot, looks for the hole. Hole was to the outside, but Darnell came up. Great job by him. Make the play.
2nd and 10 now for the Rams. Simon gives it to Healy. 6:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. As we are outside the Dubuque Senior Press Box, high atop the grandstands. Ben Nitzel and I here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. What is our final road trip of the season, Ben? It's hard to believe we're already to that point.
Going out with a bang here.
Simon takes the snap. He'll keep it himself going over the left side. He'll turn the corner, and he'll have the first down and more. We do have a flag coming back behind. That's in the vicinity of a hold or a block in the back. We'll see what the verdict is.
Well, and some big props here, Joel, to the Muskie student section. Turned up pretty good number of kids for as far as this road trip is.
Right.
You know, one of the things we talked about with ourselves on our way up here is it's just so unfortunate the way they've kind of split things up and how far some of these trips are. Like, people that really get punished, the students. You know, it's one thing to send your kids 45, 50 minutes up to Davenport or Burlington to watch a game, but you're going an hour and a half, hour 15, hour and 45 minutes away to play. It's like,
well,
that's tough for those kids that want to come and support their friends and get to all the games. And boy, that's a big ask.
And that will be a hold was the call down the field. So that play will come back, make it 3rd and 11. And the drive up, not so bad. But it's that drive back that it's so dark. I mean, it's late. I know there's no way my parents would ever have greenlit that much of a road trip without them, making the trip as well. 103 miles one way. I believe that's the tippy top of the radius that the Iowa High School Athletic Association wants to do. Simon, he'll sprint out right, pressure, and he will somehow hold on to that ball. And that will now make it 4th down and 6.
Well, it's got to be a little further than that, Joel, because we'll be going to Cedar Falls next year, and that's further than Dubuque is.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I know you're not probably right. You are right. You made that drive many times as you matriculated at Northern Iowa. Under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It'll be interesting to see if that is true, because I know they're going to revisit this 5A division. This was a 1-year schedule, so I do know that they are going to have new schedules. So it's not a guaranteed mirror, is what I was told by Chuck Van Heck, who's usually pretty plugged in.
Well, he knows a lot more than me about that kind of thing, for sure.
Here is the punt, and the Muskies will get away. And it'll be Muskie ball. We'll keep it right here. And to that point, the first RPI rankings came out last week. Dubuque Senior is at 13 in the RPI at 4-2. Muscatine is at 36. There are 36 teams in Class 5A. The top, I believe they said it was the top 18 teams will make the playoffs. So everyone is fighting, and that RPI is based off of some strength of schedule metrics. It's not just your district record. It's points scored. It's more of an analytical approach to creating that seeding and creating which teams make the playoffs. And again, right now, Class 5A is the only class that is doing that right now. Here is the give to Thompson.
Well, that seems like a little hocus pocus there, but we'll see how it all works out for him. I would expect to see Muscatine climb up there. Obviously, the next 2 games, we're at home. We don't have to travel. I always enjoy trying to right the ship a little bit against Davenport Publix. We'll have a couple of games against them. I think you're going to see Muscatine be very competitive. I would hope to come out of there with a couple W's and, get some much needed momentum and credit for these seniors who've worked hard for 4 years and put in the time. And it's tough when you got 26 guys dressed, hard to practice, hard to conduct full pad stuff. Just makes it tough.
Thompson takes the direct snap, and he'll have another first down for the Muskies. So under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth. Well, and we've seen lots of variables affect all over the state. Iowa City West forfeited a game against Bettendorf tonight because they had a COVID outbreak on their team. So I don't know if that means that they are in a quarantine situation where next week could be affected as well. Thompson off the right side. And I think that they need to revisit the 5A class. I think it's a necessary class. I think it needs to be smaller than 36 teams and grow the 4A class and redistribute it that way. I don't think a team like Muscatine, with our static population growth, should be in the same category as the West Des Moines Valley Dubuque Senior. That's my personal opinion in the matter. Thompson takes the snap off the right side. He'll have the first down and more. He's wrestled out of bounds.
Doing a great job on this drive. I mean, obviously we know there's been some defensive subs. That's going to make some difference, but Muscatine offensive line seems to be a little bit rejuvenated here after the touchdown, firing off the ball. Then great individual effort, by Thompson to get it and just tuck it and get what he can, and put together a nice little drive here at the end of the game.
Thompson, just a sophomore, under 1:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. High snap, fumbled. This ball is still loose, and it does look like Senior is able to recover. A fumbled exchange there. And what was a promising drive will end in a turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're trying to run a little read option, which obviously Darnell's not going to be as coached up on doing. And then a little bit of a jailbreak situation as we call a lot of linemen streaming through.
Right.
Looked like a screen, but it wasn't a screen. And that just put him kind of under duress, and the ball hit the deck. And looked like Muskie lineman might get on top of it, couldn't quite get it grabbed, and ends up with Dubuque ball.
So we're under a minute now here as the continuous clock continues to roll. Play clock has not yet started.
Yeah, it looks like Dubuque will probably have to snap the ball one time here, and then that'll be the end of the game.
So the fumble puts the ball at the Dubuque Senior 8-yard line, and they look to line up in the victory formation here. And Senior will take a knee, and that will do it here from Dalzell Field as the Muskies will fall 48-6 on this Week 7 contest. That's the end of tonight's game. However, we will be back right after this break with our Hy-Vee postgame show presented by Hy-Vee on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Artie's Ice Cream and Grill, 609 West 5th Street, Wilton, Iowa.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And welcome back to Dubuque, Iowa. I'm Joel Krausar along with Ben Nitzel on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. The Muskies fall to the Dubuque Senior Rams 48-6 tonight. And Ben, another tough one for the Muskies. But this senior team is a pretty formidable opponent.
Yeah, very good team there tonight. Obviously sparked by their quarterback, who was very good dual threat, able to throw the ball, able
Jack
to run
Gilligan,
it.
Fantastic offensive weapon.
Absolutely. And so, very good team. And for Muskies travel up here, obviously things didn't go our way early. A couple special teams, gaffes put us in a bad field position. Dubuque converts, and we just don't quite have the juice to be put in a bad spot that early against a team like this and fight back, although great effort for the Muskies throughout the game.
In the second half, the offense kind of started to take a turn. Nolan Raker played a lot of quarterback tonight for the Muskies, as well as Sawyer Zeck saw some time. Landon Batty did go out with an injury early on in the ball game, along with Ty Kozad. But today, our Affordable Metal Manufacturing Offensive Player of the game, Ben.
Yeah, Nolan Raker. again, we talked about they use this guy all over the place and try to put him in different positions to get the ball. Tonight, when Batty went out, he was called in to play quarterback, which is probably the one position maybe he didn't think he was going to be in, but did a nice job, threw some good passes, was able to run the ball for the Muskies and move the offense a little bit. Never easy to step in and play quarterback, especially when you're not prepped for it, especially when you're prepped for a bunch of other positions. So Nolan, great job tonight of stepping up as a senior leader needs to do and providing a spark at times in a position he is unaccustomed to playing.
And scored the lone touchdown for the Muskies tonight as well. You mentioned that senior leadership, another senior who really stepped up on the defensive side of the ball. Our Eastern Iowa Power Washers defensive player of the game, Brock Garrison. Now, Brock plays a position on the defensive line that doesn't get a lot of attention statistically because of the job you have to do of taking on the double team and, controlling those 2A gaps at his nose tackle position. But especially early on, really did a nice job of controlling that line of scrimmage. And there wasn't a lot in the running game for the Rams early on, and that was a lot due to the two-gap technique that Brock Garrison played tonight.
Well, and you talk about not getting a lot of attention statistically, but he does get a lot of attention from offensive coordinators. And so they're making sure there's two guys on him all the time. And so we don't get a chance to call his name a lot from the senior leader, but we know he's down there watching. If you're watching the game, you see an offensive every single time, center guard, and even sometimes still shedding those guys and making plays. So nice job by that young man tonight.
And you can really see the Rams change their point of attack in the running game to the edges. They went away from the middle because honestly there was nothing there.
Yep.
So Brock Garrison, our Eastern Iowa Power Washers defensive player of the game. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, Dubuque Senior defeats Muscatine 48-6. We will head home to beautifully renovated Muscatine Community Stadium for our final two games of the season. And don't forget, the Mighty Muskie Marching Band Invitational tomorrow night at the Community Stadium. $7 for adults. Kids 5 and under are free. A fantastic night of music and support our Muskie Band Booster Club. That'll do it for us tonight. I'm Joel Krausar along with Ben Nitzel. Good night, everyone.
Good night.